at the UP State Fairgrounds. The UP Ice Fishing and Hunting Expo, brought to you by the Daily Press and WZMQ 19 News.
I'm Luke Yardy. Tune into the Cover 2 Thursdays on 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, additional aid for Ukraine in limbo. As the U.S. House continues the search for a new speaker, more Republicans are voicing concern about continuing aid to the Eastern European country. We're live at the White House with the latest. Plus, a group in Delta County turns in more signatures in its effort to recall 3 county commissioners. And a new initiative through the state could open up thousands more job opportunities for veterans. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Well, here we finally saw those pop-up storms we've been waiting on this week. So what's the radar looking like right now?
Well, the past couple of hours, yes, Sarah, we did see some pop-ups today and some thunderstorms. There was also a reported waterspout as well, or a few of them, I should say, near the Apostle Islands over here. And then some reported hail up in Houghton. But as you can see, right now we're seeing a lot of activity in the central portion of the UP. This is the current radar, maybe even some lightning, those gray kind of purple spots there, and we will see this continue into even our weekend as we've got chances for heavy rainfall and then breezy and gusty conditions also continuing even into our Friday, maybe Saturday, but I'll tell you more with that in your full forecast and futurecast coming up after the break.
Thank you very much, Ariane. Developing now in Washington, continued funding for Ukraine in its war against the Russian invasion could be impacted by who becomes the next Speaker of the House. More Republicans are beginning to pull back their support for continued aid, citing concerns over accountability. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp is live at the White House. Rachel, I know the Biden administration spoke about this today, so what did they have to say?
Good evening, Sarah. The White House says they're doing everything they can to support Ukraine, but they say it's up to Congress to help in the long run. On Thursday, Ukrainians are picking up the pieces from a strike in eastern Ukraine on a cafe and shop. Officials say around 50 civilians, including children, died in the attack. It's considered to be one of the highest civilian deaths in an attack since the war began. The White House calls the attack horrifying.
This is why we're doing everything that we can to help Ukraine, to help the brave people of Ukraine to fight for their freedom, fight for their democracy.
The White House is looking to keep giving aid to Ukraine, but they say the long-term commitment is up to Congress. Recently, Congress approved a short-term continuing resolution to keep the government funded through mid-November, but that CR left out funding for Ukraine. The CR was passed following a visit from Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky, meeting with members, asking to keep supporting them in the war.
I'm very thankful to you, journalists, senators, Congress for helping us, support us. We spoke about so many details, but it will be between us. Sorry.
But now that the House is without a speaker and more House Republican support for Ukraine funding continues to erode, a dark cloud has been cast over the future of aid for Ukraine.
I've been clear that there are 2 fundamental questions that need to be answered. What's the goal? Is the goal some negotiated peace? Is the goal some get them out of eastern Ukraine? Is the goal to get them, the Russians out of Crimea, which they took during the Obama administration, they've had for now 9 years? What is the goal? What is the objective? Second question, if you can tell us what the goal is, how's the money being spent? How can we account for that? I think the American people are entitled to know the answers to those 2 questions before we continue to send their hard-earned money to protect Ukraine's border when we have what's happening on our border.
With the exception of House Republicans, there is strong congressional support for continued aid for Ukraine. We reached out to Representative Jack Bergman's office on this, but did not receive an official comment or statement. Sarah, back to you.
All right, Rachel, thank you very much. A group of Delta County residents hoping to remove 3 county commissioners from office reached another goal today. The Delta County Citizens for Ethical Leadership has been circulating petitions in support of the recall of Commissioners David Moyle, Bob Barron, and Robert Peterson. Circulators from Barron's district held various signing events and had to collect 1,001 signatures. This morning, the group turned in 1,235.
I want to thank everybody that worked so hard to get these signatures. I mean, it was a very big task, but we got it done.
It gives us a lot of pride to see how much community support there was for this.
Before Barron's recall can be added to the ballot in May, the petition will have to go through a verification process. Barron tells us he will be reviewing the petitions and he'll have 30 days to challenge any of the signatures. The petition for Moyle's district was turned in last month, and residents of Peterson's district are still collecting signatures. Voters in Marquette will now be able to utilize an early voting center. As part of an early voting pilot program partnered with the state, registered voters within the city of Marquette can cast votes early at the Peter White Public Library. Municipalities are now required to provide 9 days of early voting on statewide elections. However, for this pilot program, November 2nd through the 5th of this year will be open for registered voters. Registered voters in the city will soon receive a letter in the mail notifying them of this new option. In Lansing, the Michigan Department of Veteran and Military Affairs has rolled back restrictions for veterans coming out of active duty and into the workforce. The initiative aims to create more job opportunities. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy spoke with the DMVA to learn more about how these changes will help veterans.
Yesterday, the DMVA announced an initiative that would open up thousands of job opportunities for military veterans across all branches with 2 or more years of experience at an E6 rank or above.
These are the folks who are in charge of groups, whether it's squads, sections, platoons. They run offices. They'd be like the middle manager of a corporate or civilian office.
At the beginning of enlistment, recruits start at an E1 rank and can gain promotions from there. This initiative would allow veterans who have 2 or more years of experience at the E6 rank to qualify for state jobs that would have previously required a bachelor's degree.
We in the agency argued that these enlisted folks at the E6 level and above have that exact same experience in education.
The DMVA worked with the Michigan Civil Service Commission to revise job requirements and explain the work done within active duty that qualifies veterans with higher ranks for higher level positions.
So they no longer have to come out of the military and then go get their degree and then get some post-degree experience in order to qualify.
Division Administrator Todd Butler with the DMVA explained that without an active duty base in Michigan, they hope to attract more veterans to the state to work and start a career post-enlistment.
And I think this is going to go a long ways in helping to attract that talent coming out of the active component of the military.
Butler explained that some E6 veterans have more than 10 years of experience within the military. He says this program will help them find positions with the pay and responsibilities that they're used to help them create more stable lives and careers in the state of Michigan using their experience from their service. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after this break, plus the cover 2. Luke Yardy has another high school football preview. He talks with Negaunee Miners head coach Paul Jacobson. And later, a warm start to October. The National Weather Service explains why and when we could expect to see the first snowflakes. We're back in 2 minutes.
19 News is brought to you by Dan Perkins Construction.
When you put on a product this nice, you want to sing it from the rooftops. You know my roof's good looking, will last the rest of your life. Each day I go to work thinking, you know, we're doing this right. Buy a roof for me and I think you'll see you'll be happy as a gherkin. 'Cause we do it right and we're really polite. Take it from me, Dan Perkins. You try rhyming something with Perkins.
New CBS Tonight.
Here we go!
When teams of best buddies battle it out in the ultimate summer camp competition.
We are playing for $200,000.
Josh Duhamel puts friendship to the test.
Having to send them to the yard is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do.
They want to break us. What's crummy is it feels like our friends are the ones trying to do it.
It's about to get real dirty.
A new Buddy Games with Josh Duhamel. Tonight at 8/7 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Someday your son's going to test you. It's going to force you to make a decision.
A man must
stand with his people, and we are not your people.
There is nothing you could do I won't forgive you for.
Yeah, there is.
Yellowstone, Sunday after 60 Minutes on CBS.
Brought to you locally by Erickson Jewelers.
I'm Lily Simmons. Watch my reports from Escanaba and Delta County only on WZMQ 19 News.
I will not rest until I'm done. When there is evil on the run.
Bonanza, weekdays at 2 on MeTV 19.1. Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasic.
Well, we do have some thunderstorms in the area, even some pea-sized hail for Marquette County, basically West Ishpeming all the way up to Harvey. That goes until 6:30 this evening. As of right now, we also have gale warnings on the lakes, so those waves could get really high up there, as well as very gusty winds. So just take note of that. And then we've also got, like I said, those chances of heavy thunderstorms with possible heavy rainfall. Let's take a look at what we're seeing the past couple of hours here with our Doppler Max. We've had a lot of concentration, mostly in the central portions of the UP. As we zoom in even closer, the past couple of hours, those thunderstorms crossing over Lake Superior, heading out that way and zooming in even further to current radar. Like I said, we've got that warning here in Marquette County, but seeing some activity down there in Dickinson County. And again, expect that to continue even into our weekend and this evening as those showers and thunderstorms eventually carry on over to the east portion of the UP. We'll clear out for a little bit, clouds moving in, and then expect some showers along the northwest coast there. Friday morning, another round moving on in, and we'll expect heavier rain continuing throughout that day with those pop-up thunderstorms, as well as we take a look here midday on Friday. Platter Day, it's going to be a great day for that because those temperatures are going to be real cool, y'all. And then Saturday morning, I know, check this out. This isn't the UP, it's Canada, but that white stuff there, woo, snow, it's on the way, and we have a chance for it also even in our forecast on Friday night. I'll tell you where we could see those snow showers. So we've got gusty winds continuing, lots of precipitation, mostly showers, and then cloudier conditions. Check out these cooler temperatures. Tonight will be 45 to 50, similar for our Friday, 45 to about 60 degrees, and then tomorrow evening, wow, 35 to about 45 degrees. Right now, the winds coming out of the west and south. We'll see that change direction, especially on our Friday, but those gusts still continuing. We could see them up to about 35 miles an hour, especially over here in Ontonagon, as well as Manistee, getting some of that breezy wind pushing in. 8 o'clock on Friday evening, we'll see gusts up to 40 miles an hour here in Marquette, and that's continuing even on our Saturday. So make sure you are keeping track of those garbage cans and whatever else is outside, maybe not tied down. All right, taking a look at the National Weather Service, we saw a high of 67 degrees today, so not quite breaking any records, but I'll take it over that hot stuff we were seeing earlier. Temperatures right now in the 50s, and then we will see some clouds tomorrow for our Friday, Platter Day. All right, taking a look at what we've got for the 7-day outlook here. Well, my graphics not working, so I'll have that for you in about 15.
Thanks, Sarah. Your 19 News Insights is on the way next.
Shop our huge selection of Amish crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order with 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
Tonight, what caused President Biden's surprising reversal on building a border wall in Texas? Then, we're tracking Tropical Storm Philippe as it heads towards the New England coast. And meet the heroes brought in to save these soldiers without a voice on the CBS Evening News.
We've been a big part of a lot of community events. You know, we've been to a lot of festivals, parades, the UP 200, the Myers State Games. Which one has been your favorite?
I gotta say,
Okay, first of all, the Upper spirit, right? Dedication, care, humor, and then that grit. And watching all of these events being put together and the volunteers, it's just been incredible, especially with the UP 200 having to pivot.
Yeah.
And that was my favorite because of how they were able to do that, but also the fact that they put snow on 3rd Street and we got to go sledding down there. That was my favorite. What about you?
I would agree with that. I mean, just the Festival of the Sled Dog was really cool to see because it was that Upper spirit of it doesn't matter if someone's going to knock us down, we're just going to keep going. And I think it was really cool for us to be a part of that too because it was right in front of our studios. I mean, we just had to walk out our front door basically and we could be right there at the festival. And I think that's really another cool thing about being right downtown is everything kind of does happen right at our front doorstep. And it's exciting not only as a news station, but as someone who lives here. It's exciting to have such easy access to these festivals and events and the Blueberry Festival and the Farmers Market.
That was my second one, was the Wednesday night Farmers Market and seeing all that local produce and products, especially those smash burgers.
The smash burgers were just delightful.
Mm-hmm.
You're watching the award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
Tonight on Insights, this Sunday, a fundraiser in Gwynn is helping raise awareness of skin cancer and protecting your body's largest organ. And the organizers are even offering free skin checks from dermatologists. Joining us tonight is the founder of Just Believe, Delight Hill. Delight, thanks for coming in today.
Hi, nice to see you.
Yeah, so tell us about what Just Believe is and what it's all about.
Just Believe was formed in 2013 after my daughter Jody Ball passed away after fighting brain cancer, melanoma brain cancer stage 4, and she wanted to have an organization that would do certain things, including give a scholarship to a Gwynn and a Negaunee high school senior that was going in the medical field, provide sun safety, skin cancer awareness presentations to the students in Marquette County schools, and to give back to the community through, different types of organizations and charities and people that are going through medical catastrophes. We try to support them too.
Yeah, and I see you've brought this sunscreen box. Tell us about these. I'm sure people have probably seen a few of these around before.
Well, we started off first by doing sunscreen, sunscreen presentations at the schools, and then somebody brought it up to us that, gee, there are sunscreens that you can do. So I applied for grants and different things, and this was like 8 years ago. And we were given money to buy sunscreen dispensers. And this year, a student really stressed to me that I really want you to keep those sunscreen dispensers going. So we decided that our fundraiser would help with putting up new dispensers, repairing ones that are, need in repair, and just replacing some of them too, so they look good.
Yeah, where can people find some of these?
A lot of them are in school playgrounds or township playgrounds. The athletic departments in most of the Marquette County schools have them. And we've given them to different organizations to put out and that kind of thing. So in ball fields, so yeah.
Excellent.
We've got quite a few.
Yeah, and are you guys hoping to make these even more accessible in the future?
I hope so. Yeah, I do. I applied for a couple grants already this past month, and so we'll see what we can do.
Awesome. And you guys have a fundraiser coming up this Sunday to help with the organization. Tell us about that.
The fundraiser starts off with Forefront Dermatology is going to come out and do free skin checks for the public, and they don't have to have a reservation or an appointment. And they'll be there from 11 to 1. Then we'll have registration for the bike walk run around Shag Lake, and that'll be at noon. And they can buy shirts and that kind of thing if they want it. And then we'll continue on with bucket raffles and that kind of thing, and the drawings will be at 3 o'clock.
Very good. And where is all of that taking place?
At the Up North Lodge in Gwin.
Perfect.
We've been there for years.
Yes, yeah. And one of the big raffle prizes is the Mackinac Bridge.
Well, that's not going to be given away during the bike walk run, but we have raffle tickets that are for 2 people to go on a Mackinac Bridge Tower tour, but it's during next summer. So yeah, and the person that wins it, they put their own name in. We're not even putting a name in. So, but yeah, we were very privileged to get that.
Very cool. Delight, where can people go to get more information about Just Believe and even just skin cancer awareness in general?
Our Facebook page, I'm very active at updating that kind of thing. I'm a little lax on updating the website, but I will. JodysBelieve.com is the website, and Just Believe is the Facebook page. And then I'm on Facebook too and all that stuff. So
Gotcha,
yeah.
of course. Well, Delight, thank you so much for coming in and sharing with us. We appreciate it.
And thank you very much for having us.
Absolutely, of course.
Okay, thank you.
Still ahead tonight is the Cover 2. Luke Giardi will be in the studio with a preview of tomorrow's high school football matchup between Negaunee and Menominee, and the long-awaited opening of a new gas station in Iron Mountain, the Midwest favorite, Quick Trip. But first, here's your Upers United Volunteer Opportunity of the Day. WNMU Public Radio 90 is hosting its Fall Pledge Drive right now to support public radio and keep local radio going. Volunteers are needed to help answer phone lines and take donations from callers. There are various shifts throughout the day going on now through next Thursday, October 12th. To sign up to be a volunteer for this or check out other opportunities, head on over to upersunited.com.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, a preview of our 60 Minutes interview with former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Mark Milley. What he says about President Biden's age, that's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
New CBS Fall. Are you ready?
I'm happy and I know I'm winning.
CBS Monday and CBS Friday. This is the place to play. Boom. The Price is Right at night.
Come on down!
Feels good, doesn't it? And 2 new games. Loteria Loca.
Are you guys ready to win some money?
And Raid the Cage, where if you...
Get in! Get out!
You could...
Get rich!
It's all fun and games Monday and Friday on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Buckle's Party Store. It's where the party starts in Calumet with an awesome beer selection featuring domestic, foreign, and craft brew beer, a great selection of wine, just about any kind of liquor you want, and a great range of tobacco products. Buckle's Party Store in Calumet. It's where the party starts for everyone.
Now more than ever, you need to know what's happening here in Washington. Decisions affecting your life by the people you set here. I'm Rachel Knapp. Tracking the daily decisions by your senators and representatives. That's my job, and I report to you. Healthcare, education, the economy, taxes, jobs, all hang in the balance. Watch my reports from Capitol Hill only on WZMQ 19 News.
Here's your WZMQ CBS This is Home Community Calendar.
Your one place for everything Caribbean is on One Caribbean Television. Visit our website to subscribe and download our app. Watch One Caribbean Television anytime, anywhere, live or on demand, on your TV, phone, tablet, or computer.
It's time for the Cover 2. Luke Giardi is here with a look at a top 5 matchup in the UP tomorrow night. Hey, Luke.
Hey, Sarah. Yeah, we're officially 2/3 of the way through the high school football campaign, with the final stretch kicking off tomorrow night. Conference races and playoff positioning are coming into focus, and tomorrow night we have another marquee matchup in the Westpac Copper Division. The Menominee Maroons are ranked number 2 in the UP and sit atop the Westpac Copper with a 5-0 conference record. The Negaunee Miners come in ranked number 4 and are 1 game behind the Maroons with a 4-1 record in conference. Tomorrow night, they do battle. And for the Negaunee Miners head coach Paul Jacobson, he notices these games are just a little bit different.
I think there might be a little more sense of urgency for sure.
just a different approach even, when you even get into film study and the things off the field and just the things that you're talking about with the kids and whatnot, you see a little more sense of urgency out of them. They're paying more attention to film. They're paying more attention to assignments and stuff. And so these kind of games are fun to be involved with. You got two very good football teams, and they know they have to be ready and be at their best.
And as it pertains to the Miners coming away with a victory, Paul Jacobson says there's no singular area that's most important. When you get to go against Menominee and a good football team like this, you got to be good at all phases, man. Offense and defense, we're going to be good defensively. You let up your guard one play, it could result in a touchdown. And offensively, we got to make sure we're good because the same thing can happen. Like you got to be good. You can't have missed assignments. You got to be able to execute our offense and even special teams in a game like this. It's a third of the game, and you got to make sure you're at your best, and it can be a difference maker if you do it right.
The Miners and Maroons kick things off in Menominee tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. For more local sports coverage, tune into the Sports Drive weekdays from 3 to 4 p.m. with myself and Tyler Young on Fox Sports Marquette 105.1, 99.9. And hard to believe there's only 3 weeks left in the season, Sarah.
That is true. It feels like it just got started. But as we know, it is October, so it's probably best for it to wrap up before the snow flies, right?
And Ariane's already talking about snow.
That's true. That's true. Thank you very much, Luke. Of course, in early October, the UP can typically see temperatures around the 40 to 50 degree range. However, this fall season has started off warmer. The National Weather Service says temperatures have been above normal since mid-September, and the first couple of days of October even set new record highs for the UP. Meteorologists say Lake Superior can play a big role in the temperature, but cold temperatures are certainly on the way.
I can tell you is that the pattern is going to change pretty significantly. What we had was a big high pressure ridge in place in the first part of October, and that's going to be replaced by a trough. So instead of highs up in the 80s, we're going to see highs in the 40s and 50s.
National Weather Service predicts the middle of October will mark the start of the snowfall. Iron Mountain's highly anticipated new Quick Trip gas station is finally open for business. The new 24-hour gas station and car wash on Stevenson Avenue launched its grand opening bright and early this morning and already served nearly 1,000 customers by 9 a.m. The new store manager says the opening is off to a great start and the business has been a whirlwind of excitement since the doors opened at 5 a.m.
It's a smaller town, and I've met a lot of these people already prior to opening, and like I said, they're real excited we're here. I'm excited we're here, and our culture just fits well in this community.
The store will celebrate its ribbon cutting along with Kingsford's Quick Trip the morning before deer season opens next month. We have more chances of pop-up showers and storms tonight across the UP, including here. You can see behind me. Ariane has the outlook on the way right after this.
Someday your son's going to test you. It's going to force you to make a decision.
A man must stand with his people, and we are not your people.
There is nothing you could do I won't forgive you for.
Yeah, there is.
Yellowstone, Sunday after 60 Minutes on CBS.
Brought to you locally by Erickson Jewelers.
I'm Lily Simmons. Watch my reports from Escanaba and Delta County only on WZMQ 19 News.
Who will be there when there are voices that need to be heard? Who will be there when amazing rises up? Or a need for a warning comes falling down? Who will be our ears and our eyes? Will you? Start a career in the broadcasting industry. There's a whole world of opportunities waiting for you, whether it's on air as an anchor or reporter, or behind the scenes as a producer, engineer, sales rep, or more. Our close-knit team brings the truth to light, elevates voices, responds in times of need, encourages diversity, and builds community. Come be there as history unfolds to deliver the news, the information, and the entertainment that Michigan needs. Bring your talents and creativity to the broadcasting industry. Be there Go to BeThereMichigan.com to get started.
Come on down to Outdoor Man, where our camping department is intense.
Set it up in 30 seconds flat. And take it down even faster.
And we're always family friendly.
We found a bear cub in here.
Been nice knowing you, Baxter.
Outdoor Man is open for business on Last Man Standing.
Those gusty showers and thunderstorms still continuing to push through mostly the central portion of the UP. Some sprinkles, though, over here on the west side. As you can see, Ontonagon and Houghton counties, you won't be left out either. And then taking a look at temperatures right now, we're in that 55 to about 65 degree range. Friend, out there, it's going to get chillier. Platter day, we're looking at 45 to 60 during the day, even cooler in the evening. And yes, chances of rain showers and maybe even snow showers. Most of that activity is expected, though, over on the west half of the UP, possibly in Gogebic County. I'll keep you posted on anything that changes with that. Our 7-day outlook for Marquette, breezy conditions continuing, likely showers into Saturday, and those temperatures really chilly even for Indigenous Peoples Day or Columbus Day on Monday.
Thank you very much, Ariane. That does it for us now. We'll see you back here tonight at 11:10 Central.